thanks to you. I hope you are now enjoying country life, Mrs. Lodge.
Living on a farm has its distractions. But yes, I am enjoying it. Though it does get a bit lonely at times, what with my husband away so much.
Where are the other farms?
Rhoda, are you well? You look paler than when I last saw you.
My sleep has been disturbed lately. It is nothing. I get up early for the dairy, and when I'm here, there is much to do. I'm sorry, I would have lit a fire.
The cider is warming me. It is unusually cold at this time of year.
It is the damp of the water meads. I hope you will not suffer from it.
I've never felt so well before. Though now you remind me, there is one small ailment which puzzles me. It is nothing serious, but I cannot make it out.
How did it happen?
I cannot tell. One night, when I was sound asleep, dreaming I was in some strange place, a pain suddenly shot through my arm there, and was so keen as to waken me. I must have struck it in the daytime, I suppose, though I can't remember doing so. I tell my dear husband, it looks as though he had flown into a rage and struck me there. I expect it will soon disappear.
On what night did it come?
It would be 4 weeks ago, on the morrow. When I awoke, I could not remember where I was, until the clock striking 2 reminded me. It pains me dreadfully sometimes.
Perhaps you should see a doctor.
I already have. My husband insisted upon it. But he didn't seem to understand the affliction at all. He told me to bathe it each day in hot water, and I have. But it only gets worse. It looks almost like finger marks. My husband says it is as if some witch or the devil himself had taken hold of me there and blasted the flesh.
That's fancy. I would pay no heed to it if I were you.
I wouldn't mind so much if I hadn't the notion that it makes my husband dislike me. No, love me less. Men think so much of personal appearance.
Some do. Thee for one. Keep your arm covered from his sight.
That is not an easy thing to do. Besides, he knows the disfigurement is there.
Well, ma'am, I do earnestly hope it will go away soon.
Thank you. Well, I must be going. I have 1 or 2 more calls to make. Tell Jamie I'm glad he liked the boots.
I will.
Thank you for the cider. I will call again if I may.
Doesn't seem to respond to treatment at all. Seems to be getting worse.
Only seems. Gets worse by the day.
Is there nothing you can do?
It's a very unusual ailment. I've never come across anything like it before. But perhaps you'll be with child soon. That'll help take your mind off it.
There is no child in sight.
Well, I would only suggest you keep bathing it. I'll send over some ointments, something to soothe it. Oh, and some bandages. It would be best if the arm were covered.
I want it covered. It's too horrible to see.
quite so morose. You hardly said a word to him, Neil. They're my oldest friends. Very useful to me in certain of my business dealings.
It is the arm.
The arm. The arm. It is always the arm. Is the arm to become an excuse for everything? Downtown,
Right, sir.
The pain in my arm is desperate. It is making me ugly. My dear husband, it seems to come more and more between us.
I can do no more than I have done. You think I like the sight of it either? You think I don't wish it would go?
I'm sure the doctor has given up the case.
He has done all he can. This is something outside his knowledge. And remember, I want no one to know. The doctor I trust, he's very discreet.
He's a fool.
He is no fool, he is an old friend.
He's no doctor. He's not cured my arm. It gets worse.
Perhaps there's no cure for it. Whatever it is that ails you.
I've heard,
Heard? Heard what? From whom?
and I have overheard, that there are certain people who live on the heath, possessed of special gifts,
Conjurers.
who have special gifts
Magicians.
for curing blemishes.
That is no blemish.
It started as one.
There's no blemish now. No, I will not have people of that sort attendant upon my wife. You will stay with the doctor and will find a cure in the end. There is to be no gossip amongst those on the heath. And you are to keep away from Rhoda Brook.
Rhoda.
Rhoda, you are so familiar. I am well informed about what goes on in this parish. You've been seen visiting our cottage.
I've been spied upon.
You will keep away from Rhoda Brook, and you will keep away from the boy.
I wanted to help them. I am fond of the boy. There's something so strange about him. Something that is in him I almost recognize.
In the future, you will conduct your duties in a proper manner. What is proper to you, and what is proper to me. You are to keep away from Rhoda Brook, and you are to keep away from the boy.
Good morning, Rhoda.
Morning, ma'am.
How's Jamie?
Keeping out of mischief, I hope. I trust your arm improves, ma'am.
It gets worse. It troubles me so. I begin to think it is incurable.
Have you seen the doctor again?
He does not know the cause, so therefore cannot find a cure.
Perhaps time will be the healer.
I doubt it very much. Rhoda, I spoke to the mother of one of our stable lads, and she told me that there is possibly one way I might be able to find the cause, so therefore a cure of it. And that is by going to some clever man over in Egdon Heath. She thought that you knew more about his movements than anyone else, and so could tell me if he was still to be consulted. I've forgotten his name.
Not Conjuror Trendle, ma'am.
Yes, Trendle. Is he still alive?
I believe so.
Why Why do they call him Conjurer?
Well, they used to say, he had powers other folk had not.
I thought she meant some medical man.
It is so long now since I saw him.
He is not a doctor, then?
No.
Then it is just superstition.
Yes.
I don't really believe in such men.
It would not do to go to conjure the Trendle man.
But I am desperate enough to try anything. Is it far to where he lives?
Oh, yes. 5 miles. Right in the heart of Egdon.
Could you not go with me? To show me the way? Say tomorrow.
It would not do to go to Trendle.
Please.
Not I.
I need your friendship, Rhoda.
It would be much against my will, ma'am.
Please. I'm in desperate need of your help.
Very well.
Where shall we meet? We must not meet at the